Yeah, hi everyone. So I have a project going on at the moment that requires me to remove the tank on my 2009 Ducati Monster 696. And it's a chore in order to take these tanks off. So I thought while I'm going, I may as well do a quick little video for you guys to show you how you take this off. I've got this camera mounted up on the back of my tail, just so you can get a better view of it all. So you have to do quite a few steps to get the tank out. And if you want to get to your battery in a Ducati Monster, you got to take your tank off. So it's a good idea if you ever have to get into your battery in order to put a spare trickle charge lead or something like that off it and secure it somewhere. I've taken it off to get to my battery a couple of times, not because I've had battery problems, but because I've installed things like my quad lock up here. That's actually got a charger on it, USB charger, my smart brake system, and a few wiring things that I've done. Okay, so first thing is you've got all of these bolts here. So you've got one here, one down there. Then you've got all of the little bolts that come around into here. And you've got the same on the other side. So now you don't have to take this one out. That should make your cover loose. Now your cover's got two little slits that slit in here. So you've just got to slide it towards the back. So if I turn this around, you can see these two little slides, they've got a little groove in them. Like that. So you got to slide it back. Mind me, I'll just put this cover over to the side. Got to take the other side cover off, so you slide it back towards the back of the bike. Give it a little jimmy. Sometimes they can be a little fussy to get off. Okay, and then this guy should just lift away. Okay, there's no major bolts for your actual tank except for down here. This one got me the first time. So you can see there's a little bolt hole there. That actually doesn't do anything, but it can turn. So you've got to stick a size 5 Allen key in there. And underneath the seat, I'll grab you. We come down underneath the seat, as much as I can get this camera to turn, and my hand in here, up there. That's the bolt you need to remove in order to take the tank off. So you can all see that. It's up underneath the seat. So this is the one that you're turning, and you're stabilising it with the one that is up here. I'll just get this camera sitting back here again. Beautiful. It took me a while to figure out this bolt. And every time you think you've got it, and you never have to take your tank off again, there's another reason to. Now I tell you that the one underneath's the one you got to turn, because you got to think about the whole left undoes, right does up. Because if you're trying to think about the logics of that from above, you're going to be turning the wrong direction. Okay, that bolt's almost out now. Now it's got a big washer on that bolt. Don't lose your washer. And that's what it looks like. So what I've got down here, I have a little container that I'm putting all of these bolts in. It's a good idea to keep them separate if you don't know where you're going with it. I've been through this before, so I know. Now, we're going to pop this part here up in order to get it out. So I'll show you again. This here, that is just a rod that goes in there, and that's how the tank is actually seated into these holes. So I'll bring it around this side into that hole there. So that's why you've got to basically pop the tank out, then lift it out that way. So what I might actually do with you guys, I'll pop you down here so you can see that. So I'll get my hand up underneath, give it a good shove. Now what I've done, I've got a full tank of fuel. Makes this job far hard. And sometimes this tank does not want to come. Okay, so you can see how that just popped out of there. I had to give this a good shove. And that takes your tank off. Now you've got your fuel lines here, so you can disconnect your fuel line up here. That goes down into your overflow. It will sometimes leak from there though, so be aware. Now it depends on what you need to do, honestly. And that is as far as I need my tank actually to go, because I'm trying to get to the exhaust and the oxygen sensor. That's all I'm getting to. The battery is just here. So there's your battery up underneath. So if you needed to get to your battery, you're going to have to take your tank off further. I have a chair beside the bike and I'm able to put the tank onto it, but all I'm after is this exhaust and these O2 sensors. And I will, while I'm in here and I've got this tank off, I will give her a clean. So I've just got her sitting on the edge of her arm there. That side's off. That's your fuel lines that you can take off if you're going to take the whole tank off. And you'd have to take those off if you're going to take the whole tank off and put it off to one side, which is something that can be possibly done if you're playing around with it. But if you're going to take the whole tank off, you've also got to take off this and these. And I don't want to play with those. I've never taken the whole tank off for that exact reason, actually. So I'm just going to leave her where she is, get these O2 sensors and what I need to do. That is taking the tank up and off on a Ducati Monster. It's not fun. I don't recommend it very often, but unfortunately, that is the only way to get the battery. As you can see, that battery is right down deep. And you can see that's where that goes in again. Okay, thanks guys.